Ready? Smithville Board of Aldermen meeting is now called to order. Please stand and join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on the agenda is the public hearing for sewer rates. Next item on the agenda is item number 3, public hearing for city sewer rates. The purpose of this public hearing is for the Board of Aldermen to hear testimony relating to the proposed changes to the city sewer rates. If you have concerns that are specifically related to water rates, those concerns can be brought forward during public comment. Persons wishing to be heard at the public hearing should have checked in with the city clerk with your name and address. Each person will have a 3-minute time limit. The public hearing for sewer rates is now open. No one? There being no further testimony, I close the public hearing for sewer rates. Next item on the agenda is number 4, public hearing for Fairview Crossing CID. The purpose of the public hearing is for the Board of Aldermen to hear testimony related to the Fairview Crossing CID. If you have concerns that are specifically related to Fairview Crossing CID, those concerns can be brought forward during, not related to the CID, please bring those forward during number 12. Persons wishing to be heard at the public hearing should have checked in with the city clerk with your name and address. Each person will have a 3-minute time limit. The public hearing for the Fairview Crossing CID is now open, and Megan Miller has a presentation for us. Any cards? Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Megan Miller. Okay, there we go. Better. All right. I'm Megan Miller. I'm with Gilmore and Bell, and I'm the city's Economic Development Council. So just wanted to give kind of a brief overview of the Fairview Crossing CID. We're going to start off just very quickly with just a short primer, a 101 on CIDs. They are a separate political subdivision created by the city following a submission of a petition. It is governed by a board of directors. It can only finance public improvements and public services within the boundaries of the CID. And it is, while statutorily able to impose a number of different funding sources, this one we're going to be discussing tonight is a sales tax of 1%, which is the maximum allowed under the statute. So the ordinance that is going to come in front of you later on this evening approves the petition. It establishes the district. It provides also that we will work with Developers Council to draft a cooperative agreement that will be between the city, the CID, and the developer. That will be approved by a subsequent ordinance that will come later. It will just set out the terms, what's being built, the improvements, where the money is going to be held, and then how we approve reimbursable project costs. Very similarly to what we do with a TIF, when a developer wants costs to be reimbursed, they will submit a requisition almost certificate that lists all the costs. The city has to sign off of it. We review all of the improvements and make sure they all fall within the statute, and then we sign off on those. So just specifically about the Fairview Crossing CID, the property includes 63.47 acres. It is part of a larger development of 80 acres on the east side of 169. It's bounded by 144th Street on the south, Commercial Street on the north, and the Hills of Shannon subdivision on the east. They are intending to build a mixed-use development consisting of residential, townhomes, and multifamily components. Approximately 70,000 square feet of retail, which is where your 1% sales tax revenues are going to come from. A hotel with approximately 80 rooms, and fast food restaurants. Again, another sales tax generator there. The petition sets out a 5-member board of directors. Just something that the petition particularly lays out who the first set of board of directors are going to be. However, as successor directors will need to be appointed, those will be appointed by the mayor with the consent of the Board of Aldermen, how we do the marketplace CID now. Because there are not, and this is a new statutory change, because there are not registered voters within the district, it is required that a member of the board of directors is what we call an uninterested board member. And so they must be a Smithville resident, and they can have no financial interest in any of the real property or a business within the CID. It is not related to any owner of real property or a business within the CID. They have 2 board members that meet those requirements. And then those 2 are just, if anybody was wondering, Corey Fouch and Alicia Neff are on the initial board of directors. So the proposed length of term for the CID is 27 years, which is the statutory maximum allowed. They could come back and request additional time be added to that, but that has to go through the Board of Aldermen. Otherwise, at the end of 27 years, it would be terminated. And just to note, they're only requesting a 1% sales tax. They are not requesting a property tax, special assessment, or any business licenses. They intend to fund the following: site work and grading associated with the public improvements, stormwater improvements, public parking improvements, utility improvements, public right-of-way improvements, landscaping, lawns, and trees in public areas, all of which are allowable under the CID Act. So if you have any questions for me, I'm available, but also the developer and their counsel are here to answer any questions.
Megan, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could talk about this. Do you want to do
Put
it?
it on the agenda item
on the
instead of
agenda.
the public hearing.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks. And no cards. All right. Be no further testimony. I close the public hearing for Fairview Crossing CID. Next, the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Alderman Atkins.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the Planning and Zoning Commission report.
Thank you, Mayor. At our meeting last Tuesday evening, we spent a lot of time talking about electronic or electric vehicle charging regulations and short-term rental ordinances, which the short-term rental ordinance is on tonight's agenda. We were told that Fairview Crossing is moving forwards and there's a microbrewery that's close to opening. And those are all the comments I have from our meeting. I don't know if the Mayor has anything to add. Thank
Sounds
you.
about right. All right, City Administrator's report, Ms. Wagner.
I do have a few items I'd like to highlight in the agenda, in the city administrator's report, and then a couple of additional things. We did note in the report that we opened bids last week, actually October 3rd. It's been a little longer than a week, for Streetscape Phase 3. Bids came in significantly higher than our budget. We had $800,000 included in the budget. That includes the anticipated grant funding and city funds. The low bid was 1.8 million. We've had significant conversations with HDR on ways to perhaps reduce the scope. Then we have had conversations with both MoDOT and MARC, because those are the sponsoring organizations for the grant funding. And because it's joint funded through the 2 of them, there are a lot of requirements for the grant. Product has been on the phone a lot since the end of last week. And we are still trying to get the 3 entities, the city, MARC, and MoDOT together, talking through the processes each of those agencies have and how much scope can change in order to continue to do the project. We've also had conversations about perhaps the grant amount going down. If the grant amount goes down, that further affects our ability to do the project. So Chuck continues to work with and advocate on our behalf. There are some issues at various committees, transportation advisory committees at MARC. We're trying to work through those processes as to what that might look like. I think the next step really is to bring the 3 entities together through a conversation and make sure everybody's on the same page and understanding that. Want to let you know it's going to be a while before we are able to move forward on Streetscape. We have to have a plan in place. And if we do, it will be a reduced scope project. So I wanted to let you all know of that. We do have information in the weekly of an opportunity for board members who maybe haven't toured our water and wastewater treatment facilities. We're working to provide an opportunity to staff throughout the organization who may not have spent any time in those facilities and understand what goes on at some other city functions. If you have an interest in participating in that tour, please reach out to Maya Toothman in the Public Works Department. Myra, not Maya, sorry. She is coordinating that time, and if we have multiple board members, we will post that meeting. At this point in time, this is open only to board members and staff. As the board will recall, the budget that is on the agenda for final reading this evening does include funds for a Citizens Academy, and we envision a portion of that being tour of city facilities. We're putting together the curriculum for that Citizens Academy right now. Gina is spearheading that process. We anticipate putting information out after the first of the year and requesting people to apply for that process that we'd probably start in the summer, or excuse me, early spring. So we're excited to be able to offer that and offer the tours. Then I do want to let you all know that this Thursday morning, department directors are going to be preparing breakfast for the entirety of city staff, as just an appreciation for all the work that our frontline staff do. Breakfast will be at 7:30 to 9. We have people that come in at various times. So City Hall will be closed until 9 o'clock. We will not open until 9 on Thursday morning. We'll post that information after the meeting tonight. But wanted to let you all know of that. And department directors want to provide that for our staff, and thanks and appreciation for all that they do. And then one final reminder is that the first meeting in November will be Monday, the 6th, as previously discussed, the night before the election. Mayor, that is my report.
Thank you. Any questions for Ms. Wagner? Chuck is cooking.
I believe Chuck's going to flip some pancakes. He won't be making them, though. He's not in charge of putting any ingredients together. But they're going to be really expensive pancakes because the cost, I'm sure, will go up.
Next item on the agenda is number 8, Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve bill number 3008-23, adopt the fiscal year 2024 operating budget, second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Alderman Russell.
Thank you, Mayor. Built into the operating budget was a 50% increase on water and sewer. And Social Security has issued 3.2% cost of living adjustment. I can no longer support the 15%. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Alderman Russell,
No.
Alderman Shipley,
Aye.
5-1.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2024 annual operating budget for the city of Smithville, Missouri, and authorizing the expenditure of funds for municipal services.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 9, Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve bill number 3009-23, creation of a 110 Smithville tax increment fund, second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Mayor, I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Russell,
No.
Alderman Shipley,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol.
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
5-1.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance creating the 110 LLC tax increment financing special allocation fund.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 10, Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve bill number 3010-23, amending utility rates for non-residents, second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Alderman Hartman.
Mayor, I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Shipley,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
Alderman Russell,
No.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
5-1.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance amending utility rates for non-residents.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 11, Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve bill number 3011-23, amendment to chapter 520 sidewalks, streets, and miscellaneous public places, second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Mayor, I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
Alderman Russell,
Aye.
Alderman Shipley,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance amending chapter 520 of the code by amending Article 3 entitled Merchant Use of Sidewalks.
Next item on the agenda is number 12. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve bill number 3012-23, establishment of the Fairview Crossing North CID, first reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Thank you. And Ms. Miller, you're back up, since Alderman Russell did have a question.
Thank you. The question was, and I think you highlighted this at the beginning, but the 1% sales tax is only.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, I'm not talking into it. There you go. The 1% sales tax is only for the CID.
Yes, it's only within the boundaries of the CID.
Okay.
I want to make clear, there's no property tax abatement that is allowed under the CID Act, no tax redirection. It is solely funded by a 1% sales tax on sales within the boundaries of the CID.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? While we have Ms. Miller? No? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Russell,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Shipley,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance approving the petition for establishment of the Fairview Crossing Community Improvement District, establishing the district and making findings and authorizing actions related to the establishment of the district.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 13. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve bill number 3013-23, short-term rentals, first reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
All right. Aye.
Alderman Russell,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Abstain.
Alderman Shipley,
Aye.
5-0 with one abstain.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance enacting a new chapter 625 of the Code of Ordinances pertaining to short-term rentals.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 14. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1277, amending the schedule of fees.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 1277, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no.
No.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is number 15. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1278, amending the employee compensation plan.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 1278, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is number 16. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1279, amending the employee handbook.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 1279, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is number 17. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1280, temporary liquor license, wine walk.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
A few of you need to abstain, correct?
Abstain.
Thank you.
Am I on-
Any other discussion? Are you on this one?
Am I
None
on
of the
this one?
wineries are on it.
Is-
Might as well.
Okay, abstain.
Thank you. All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 1280, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. And then 2 abstain. Next item on the agenda is number 18. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1281, downtown sidewalk guidelines.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 1281, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is number 19, resolution 1282. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1282, change order number 1, Quincy Boulevard.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Mayor, I'll second.
I'll let you call that one. It's your review tonight, not mine. Any discussion? Only one change order for us so far, Chuck?
Golly.
So far.
Gee, Christmas.
Man. All those in favor of approving resolution 1282, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is resolution 1283. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 1283 liquor license Donna Marie Shear.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Those of you haven't had a chance to look over the packet, this is for the come and go change in ownership. All those in favor of approving resolution 1283, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Any public comment? Nope. Moving on to appointments. We have a couple people on planning and zoning that served partial terms, or I think both of them were partial terms actually. That agreed to stick around a little while longer. We didn't have any other applicants interview. So first one is Dennis Cathcart. I'll appoint Dennis Cathcart to planning and zoning. Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Atkins.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
Alderman Shipley.
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol.
Aye.
Alderman Russell.
Aye.
Alderman Hartman.
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Dennis is back. Next one, appoint Billy Musing to the planning and zoning. Also was on a partial term. Now we'll have a full term. Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
Alderman Atkins.
Aye.
Alderman Russell.
Aye.
Alderman Hartman.
Aye.
Alderman Shipley.
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol.
Aye.
6-0.
All right, Jack. Motion carries. You got your planning and zoning board. Next item is EDC. First one is Steve Langley, who's been on for a little bit, but not a full term. So this will be his first full term. So I appoint Steve Langley to the EDC. Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Hartman.
Aye.
Alderman Russell.
Aye.
Alderman Atkins.
Aye.
Alderman Shipley.
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Steve Langley will be on EDC. The next one is Pat Luce, replacing Kelly Kabilski. Kelly filled the partial term for the past year on EDC. So appreciate her service there. Helping cover that for a year. I appoint Pat Luce to the EDC. Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Yulidol.
Aye.
Alderman Shipley.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
Alderman Atkins.
Aye.
Alderman Hartman.
Aye.
Alderman Russell.
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Is that a full EDC for you, Gina? Okay. Any new business? No. All right. We need a motion to adjourn to executive session, please. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to adjourn to executive session pursuant to section 610.021 parentheses 3 RSMO employee personnel matters.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Russell.
Aye.
Alderman Hartman.
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol.
Aye.
Alderman Atkins.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
Alderman Shipley.
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. We stand adjourned executive session.